All right, welcome back to another one, guys. Here at the yard, out of commission today. Not because I wanted to, but because all the mess I got here. Got something to show you guys, man. That's why I don't let things get too bad. I have been holding off on this part for a while, and then I almost regretted it yesterday. So you guys can see I'm missing my air dryer. Brand new one right here. Okay, I already put the fittings on here. It doesn't come here with the fittings on. All right, so I had to take them off of the other one. So these two came off the other ones. This one came off the other one. This one is brand new because I freaking snapped it yesterday. You know, well, everything except the governor, everything but the governor, I had to get it from the old piece and bring it here. Because damn, when I went to go buy it, shit, this thing alone, Bendix, man, it was with taxes and all, it came up to 500 bucks. So if I didn't take everything off, I would have been fucked buying all new fittings, and then they were gonna charge me for core. But I mean, nothing too big. I just used channel locks, and then they got 3 bolts that go here, here, and here, which hold on to this part right here. And then every hose kind of, you know, falls right back in place. And whatever I'm using for this is, for the bolts, is a 9/16 socket. So that says nothing too big. Obviously this one's down here. These go in the back. These go more in the front. Okay, so these go in the front, these two go in the back, and this one is to the governor, and this one obviously goes to the side, the bigger one right here. And that is, I guess, what feeds it from the compressor alone. So let's get into it. Hopefully I don't have to replace any of these things. So what I like to do is just tighten these up on the back first, because then I gotta put the one for the governor, and it's gonna be kind of tight, and the angle to it is gonna be kind of weird to try to tighten it up. Okay, so the governor line goes in here. Give it a few threads, and then we'll grab this one, put it right through the center, and get a couple threads, and grab another one, put it through the top. Couple threads on there too. And then, whew, I'll rest my back real quick. Alright, well, after I get a couple of them nice and threaded, then start tying them up. Be better with a drill, right, or a battery powered tool. Faster, I wouldn't say better, but faster. Okay. It's a hot ass day out here in Chicago. Hope none of you guys are doing truck work like I am out here in this hot ass weather. But anywho, let's get this one in here. Remember, we don't want to cross thread them, so make sure that there's threading in there before you start tying them up with your wrenches or your channel locks, whatever you prefer. And these two, now I did take a lot of pictures, guys, in case I forgot, but this is pretty much self-explanatory. I didn't really have to look back at the pictures because these two in the front are two different sizes. So what we're gonna do is match up the sizes, thread them, you know. It's two different colors, two different sizes. The only ones in the bag, the ones in the bag are the same size, but I kind of knew where the orange one was going to and the green one. Can't really see the color to the green one anymore, but yeah, it's green. So let me get these tied up, and then the last thing you want to do as well is this has a plug. Plug it in there until it snaps, guys. There it is. How are you gonna know if you cross thread them? Well, you're gonna feel resistance like right away, like right here. You see how easy it's just turning? That means it's, you know, threading the right way. But if it was cross threaded within the first two turns, even with the channel locks or wrench, as soon as you turn it, you're gonna feel some resistance. So you're gonna feel, if you feel the resistance, it means you're cross threading them. Do not tighten them up anymore. You're better off taking them off. And if you cross thread it on the actual fitting, you might as well replace it, because it's not gonna work even if you put Teflon. That's one tip for you guys. If you guys don't know about cross threading, you'll feel, like I said, you'll feel the resistance right away. And like right here, it's finally getting some kind of resistance. That means it's getting tight. Now don't over tighten these either, because these are just air fittings. Just kind of tighten them up after you turn on the truck, and if you hear a hiss or any air leak, then you want to try to tighten them up even more. But don't over tighten them, because like I said, one of those fittings, I did the same problem. I tried to over tighten it up before I even put it on here, and I ended up breaking it in half. So I had to take it to a shop where they extracted the piece that was broken off, and then they gave me the brand new one. So it's just a tip of the day. So there, I tighten it up. Now let me go turn on the truck, wait for it to air up, and at about 100 and look like it's 130, that fucking governor that it's on there, at 130 it should purge. When it purges, should not be throwing all the air. If it throws air, then we got a problem. But after it purges, I'm going to turn the truck off and see if there's any, try to listen to see if there's any air leaks. Throw some water and some soapy water just to see if there's any air leaks or anything. So let's get it. Air is building up good, but I already hear an air leak, and it's not even from the fittings, it's from one of the hoses. I'll show you guys right now, but it's only at 100 on the rear. The front one is purge. Look at all that. Like I said, man, I already hear. You guys can see it. Well, look like that's the only place. I am going to fix that issue right now. Fix this issue right now. But it's cut right here in half basically. So let's take care of this. Well, that's how I fixed it. Nice little quick connect. There's no air leaks. Keeping air pressure. This one's up to 135 actually. I was used to 120, but I guess I was talking to the guys that sold me this air dryer, and they said nope, you can't change the governor because it's supposed to be at that set point. That's why this one is non-adjustable. As you guys can see, if I take off the cap, it's broken off right here. Supposedly those are the non-adjustable air governors, and they are there for a reason. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. I thought it was a little too high. I was used to 120, but I guess the people that gave me, or that fixed it for me last time, you know, they put an adjustable one and brought it down to 120. I don't know what's a desirable amount for these Kenworths, but as far as I know, it was like 130, 135. So I guess I'm in the normal area right now. So I'm in the norm. Other than that, everything's good. That's how I got it. And guys, that's not the only problem I had this week. I'm gonna give you guys a clip of the flat tire that I fixed the other day. And the way I fixed the tire, you know, it's not a fix per se, right? It was out of the rim, so I tried to do what I could because I didn't want to pay for a tire. It worked out. As long as the tire is not punctured, that trick will do the job. So let me show you guys that little clip. Oh boy. Out the rim. So what we're gonna try to do is try to put it back at least on the rim. Okay. Don't do this alone, guys. Leave it to professionals. I am no professional, but I'm not trying to spend more money on tires than I already have. Do this, and then, damn it. All right, and then air it up. You guys saw how that happened? Whew. That's scary. That is very, very, very scary. But look, back on the rim, back in business. I ain't gotta be fucking buying another tire. Because these tires, believe it or not, man, expensive. So let's air it up and see if it works. Well, check the air pressure. because it looked like it held the air. Listen, man, these damn these chassis are so horrible with these tires. So hopefully it holds up all the air till we get to Kitty, and then they could deal with that.